Hello, everybody. My name is Jérôme Gratto. I'm leading the G Suite business in Europe for Google. G Suite is the digital kind of workplace collaboration suite from Google. We have like more or less 5 million business using it worldwide. I'm here today to speak about kind of work in the digital area, how we approach it at Google, our culture, and how technology is helping us to kind of support this culture. I have been kind of 12 years at Google. I work in London, in Paris, in Mountain View, in the headquarters, and so I have experienced this culture, and what I'm going to share with you is my personal experience. So, but the first thing is like why kind of looking at kind of work in the digital area is important. So let me share with you some figure. The first one is kind of this figure. It's kind of quite a low figure, and it's the number, like the percentage of employees that feel engaged in Turkey at their work. By the way, UK is even lower. Okay, so it's a challenge. I think it shows that there is a kind of a large improvement. And why does it matter? It matters because it has a large impact on the business. It is estimated that in the US, because of this low engagement, we are losing like $600 million of productivity loss every year. People are churning, they are not happy at work, they are not doing their work properly, you have to retrain them. So it's kind of it's a bad thing. So we need to address it. And the good thing is there are some trends reshaping work today that can help us. And what are these trends? The first one is technology. I'm from Google, so I really believe in technology. I believe that technology can really change the way we work and also kind of provide people with kind of a more interesting work. AI, ML, artificial intelligence, machine learning can really free up people and focus them on kind of meaningful work. The second one is kind of, you know that, it's like we have like new people coming to work, the millennium. And these guys are like, are really expecting something else from work. Obviously, they want to kind of make a living, but they also have kind of some new expectation. They want a meaning, a sense. They want to have an impact on the society, on Earth, I would say. Third dimension is mobility. You don't need to check at work at the office to be able to work. In fact, you can work from anywhere, from any place. And it's really changing the relationship between the employer and the employee. The last one is globalization. So globalization is already kind of a trend which is present in kind of business. As a company, your competitors are global, but as an employer, your competitors also are global. Your employee can kind of go and move in, move out, kind of change company, but also change geography. So as an employer, you need to create an environment that attract and retain your people, and it's a global competition. So all these trends are today reshaping the kind of work in digital area. And I'm coming back to technology. We really believe that technology is part of the answer. It's a core element of the answer, and it can really kind of help company to kind of re-engage their employee. So now let me share with you 3 thoughts based on our experience at Google that kind of help you to kind of best evolve your workplace. So the first one is mission. The second one is kind of experience. The last one is kind of culture around and around trust. So I'm going to go kind of deep in each of them. The first one is like the message you need to kind of establish, like you need to have a mission and fasten your seatbelt. Why? You know that like technology, digital technology is going to kind of reshape the world. It kind of, you are going to be disrupted, or you are like, if you are lucky, the disruptor, and like the economical context is evolving faster than before. And to be able to go through this kind of this environment, you need a clear mission. We were lucky enough at Google to have kind of a mission defined by our founder from the start. which is kind of to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. This mission is really driving, defining what we do, why we do everything at Google every day. That's the why, which is important. And as an employer, you need to ask yourself, what is the mission that you are proposing to your employee? It's a core element, I think, that kind of for a company to kind of grow and strive in the digital area. The other element is that the mission is not enough. You also need to kind of put in place strong cultural belief. And one of the things that we have at Google is this kind of belief that you need to think 10x. 10x is kind of the realization that if you go and establish your position, and if you don't challenge yourself, and if you go for an incremental evolution, you are going to eventually lose. You really need to kind of leap forward and think of the next big thing that kind of reinvent your company. And so at Google, Google was based on search. Now we are developing cloud. And the next 10x thing is for example, the driverless car with Waymo, or reinventing health with Verily. So there's always this need to kind of think big. So all these things is kind of influenced by technology, but it's not really kind of rooted in technology. Let me kind of move to the second thought. Your employee experience is your employment brand. So there's something that kind of every company will say, yes, our employees are our core assets. But you need to make it happen. You need to care for your people. And at Google, from the start, the founder decided to create kind of an environment, a caring environment for the employee. It can be kind of materialized through kind of the physical environment that you are providing to your employee. But all these kind of things are linked to kind of a data-driven thought process. Everything we do at Google, and the people operation including, is based on the data-driven process. What is the problem you are trying to solve? What is the data you have, and do you need more data to analyze the problem? And how will you measure success? And this is a process that kind of a thought process that we apply to any kind of HR processes. It can be for hiring, it can be for compensation, it can be for coaching. Everything is analyzed through data, and it helps us to kind of optimize the environment we are proposing our employee. And let me take an example for the hiring process. When I was hired at Google, I think I went through 8 to 9 interviews. Okay, and people realized it was not sustainable. You cannot ask kind of business people to spend half of their time interviewing people, and we receive more or less 2 million resume at Google every year, and so there is a lot of interview to do. So what we did is we look at the hiring process, and we realized that after the 4th interview, the decision was more or less made. So we stepped back and standardized the hiring process around 4 defined steps, 4 defined interviews. So you have 4 interviewers, which is the panel. In this panel, you need to have a representative of an organization or a team that is not part of the hiring organization. You have also to have somebody from a diverse background to manage the bias of any interview process. And it's a collegial decision, so the hiring manager cannot overrule the interview feedback of other people. And we will assess systematically cognitive abilities, role-related knowledge, leadership, and Googliness. And thanks to that, we are making sure that we are hiring the best, but also we are optimizing the time that the business people need to spend in interview. By the way, the HR people don't interview people really. It's the business people that will interview the applicant. So that's an example of using data-driven process to optimize people processes. The other dimension is when you want to care with your people, you need to provide them with an environment where they can excel. What we observe is that if you bring people and make a remote meeting through video, the meeting is much more efficient, because people pay more attention, they feel included, and eventually decisions are made faster. So at some point, a group of engineers at Google decided to kind of to work on that. We had like a third-party provider providing us with the kind of the technology around the video meeting, and we were not happy with that. It was costly, hard to implement, so we decided to develop our own technology. Kind of we develop it, kind of roll out internally, dog food it, so test it ourselves. And we were so happy that we decided to provide it externally. So it's now a core part of G Suite. So you can kind of deploy easily this kind of video conferencing kind of equipment in your company. And as a result, every meeting happened through video conference. And as a result, like teams are more efficient, more engaged, and they feel happier in their work. It's also kind of enable like this kind of work from home practice, or like it introduces flexibility in your work environment. So that's an example of how technology can kind of support your culture. The other element is kind of efficiency. People don't want to lose time on kind of a mundane task. They want to be focused on value-added tasks. So that's why, again, like our engineer look at the time we were spending at writing email and kind of decided that kind of this could be optimized. And they developed what we call Smart Compose. Now in G Suite, when you write an email, the tool will kind of suggest you the end of the phrase. And by the way, it works in Turkish. And so suddenly, when you start to deal with your email, you are like saving time versus kind of previously. The second kind of example of that is like organizing meeting. When you want to organize a meeting with remote people in different locations, it's normally kind of quite hard. Now we have some tools when kind of you select the people that you want to invite in your meeting, and the tool will suggest you a time where everybody is available and when a room are available. And suddenly you reduce the time you kind of spend on organizing meeting. So like if you are not a manager with a PA, it's really, really helping you, or is helping your PA. So again, like providing these kind of tools, it's kind of aligned with this idea that you need to provide the best environment and care for your people. The last element is kind of it's about trust, collaboration, transparency. And there, the strong belief is like if you give people freedom, they will amaze you. And you know, like it's really like the core of the Google culture. Is like as a manager, your mission is to really hire the best, and after that, make sure that you are providing them the best environment for them to strive, coaching them, developing them, but really kind of giving them freedom, because you kind of you trust them, and that's the principle of kind of what is called the creative economy that was kind of conceptualized by Stephen Denning, moving from the traditional management to the creative economy kind of paradigm, and that's really something that kind of is present everywhere at Google. But to make it happen, you need to kind of to have access to information. Like decisions need to be transparent, and thought process and kind of the way you kind of work need to be collaborative. So once again, like we kind of 12 years ago, 10 years ago, we were frustrated with the tool that we were using, the traditional productivity tool. And at some point, some engineer decided to kind of challenge that. And they invented this concept of real-time collaboration. And it's really kind of a key element of the Google culture and the way we work. Today at Google, kind of when kind of you start a project, kind of to work on an idea, you will create a document. And this document, you will share it with all the people that are supposed to contribute to it. And they will, from the start, kind of help you to kind of work on your ideas and your project. And so it seems to be kind of a technology, but at the end, it's a total cultural shift. Because what you do is that you are transparent from the start. You expose your thought process to kind of your colleague very early, and you kind of invite them to kind of help you to kind of come up with the best solution. And so as a result, the consensus building is happening faster, and the decisions are happening faster. And that's again, that was kind of one of the key innovations that come up from Google around like digital workplace, and it's one of the core pillar of the G Suite offer today, this kind of real-time collaboration. The other aspect of this culture is like giving people access to information. Okay, in traditional company, kind of information are siloed. When you kind of look for like something, it's kind of if it's not in your direct organization, it's very hard to find kind of expert of information. And as a result, you may end up working on a project that kind of everybody, like another team is already working on, or you may not have all the information to have the best result. So at Google, what we do, we use search. Like all the information is available through kind of an internal portal, and the way to look for it is to just to use the search capability that we made available internally. And so you can find very easily kind of the information you are looking for and connect to the right expert. So that's a technology tool that we are using to support our culture. But the other aspect is that this kind of free access to information, this transparency need to be also modeled by your top management. So at Google, what we have, again, as an example, is a TGIF, Thanks God It's Friday. It's a weekly meeting during which Larry and Sergey, our two founders, are on stage in the headquarters, and this meeting is broadcast for like all over the globe, and they will kind of present news about the company. They will invite a presenter on stage, kind of present what they are working on. And at the end of this meeting, they will address a question. And these questions are collected during the week before through tools, and they are voted, and they will go through the top questions, and they will also invite the audience to ask questions. And it's any kind of question. So these two founders that are like running one of the most valued company in the world are every week on stage addressing their employee and answering their questions on any things. Okay, and sometimes you kind of really get like weird moments anyway, because they are like some engineer can really ask for like very strange question, and these guys are making their best to kind of address them. So. And they are like they are modeling this kind of this culture of transparency and kind of and collaboration. So it's kind of 20 minutes is very short to speak about the Google culture. So if you are interested and you want to know more, I really encourage you to kind of to look at the experience of Laszlo Bock. Laszlo Bock was our like first kind of people operation officer, HR director at Google, and kind of he put together his experience in this book like a workflows, which is kind of very interesting. The second thing is that if you want to know more about like how G Suite can help you to address some of your challenge as a HR director, invite you to kind of attend the session by Dilek Mete that will kind of share her experience about using G Suite to kind of address some of our kind of hiring challenge. Last thing, we are there. I'm here with our local kind of partner, Global IT, and if you know more, want to know more about G Suite, you can visit them on their stand. Thanks a lot.